Hello students, today we will revise chapter 2 polynomial of class 9th. As we are revising this chapter, let's try to solve few questions. Side by side we will cover concept of this chapter also. Question number 1. Which of the following expression are polynomials in one variable and which are not? For solving this question, first we will recall the definition of polynomial. Let's see what is the definition of polynomial. A polynomial in one variable x is an algebraic expression of the form px equal an x to the power n plus an minus 1 x to the power n minus 1 up to so on a2 x square plus a1x plus a0, where a0, a1, a2 up to an are constants and an not equals to 0. Main important thing is student, power must be in whole numbers. It means for finding the given expression is a polynomial or not, what you have to check? You have to check the power of the variable. The power of the variable will be a positive integer. Let's see. In this first part, 4x square minus 3x plus 7, you can easily see here student, the power of this variable x is positive integer. In second term also the power of x is your 1, it means positive integer, it means it is a polynomial. In this second case, y square plus root 2, you can easily see here the exponent of y is 2, which is a whole number, so it is also a polynomial. In this third part, 3 root t plus t root 2. Root t, it means t to the power 1 by 2, which is not a whole number. It means it is not a polynomial. In fourth part, y plus 2 upon y. You can easily see here, student, here y is in denominator. You can write this as 2 into y to the power minus 1, and minus 1 is not a whole number. It means it is also not a polynomial. And in this fifth part, you can easily see x to the power 10 plus y to the power 3 plus 10 to the power 50. All the exponents are positive integer. But we have to find here the polynomial which in one variable. Here this is your algebraic expression, polynomial also, but this is not a polynomial in one variable. So this is not a polynomial in one variable. Let's try to solve this question. How many terms in the following expression? Now, what is the meaning of terms? Terms, the several parts of a polynomial separated by positive or negative operations are called the terms. Let's see the given expression. In this given expression, there are how many terms? You can easily see here, student, here there are 2 terms. In this second expression, x cube minus x square plus 4x plus 7, there are 4 terms. And in this third expression, which is a constant term, here the number of term is 1. Next question is, write the coefficients of x square in each of the following. Let's see what is the meaning of coefficient. A term is made up of a constant multiplied by a variable or variables. That constant is called a coefficient. Let's see for this first part. You can easily see here 2 plus x square plus x, and here we have to find the coefficient of x square. Here the coefficient of x is 1. Since here no number is there, it means 1 is there. So in first part the coefficient of x square is 1. In second part, 2 minus x square plus x cube. You can easily see here, student, here the coefficient of x square is minus 1. It means when you are taking coefficient, at that time you have to check sign also. In this third part, pi upon 2x square plus x, here the coefficient of x square is pi upon 2. And in this fourth part, 2x minus 1, there is no term containing x square, So the coefficient of x square will be 0. Next question is, write the type of the polynomial. It means you have to write the given polynomial is a constant polynomial or zero polynomial or monomial or binomial or trinomial. First we will see what is constant, what is zero, monomial, binomial and trinomial. Constant polynomial. If a polynomial having only constant one term, that polynomial is called constant term. And if a polynomial having only one term as 0 is called zero polynomial. And if a polynomial having only one term is called monomial. And if a polynomial having two terms is called binomial. And if a polynomial having three terms is called trinomial. So let's find out which type of these polynomials are. As you can see here student, there are two terms in this first part, y square plus 15. So it is a binomial. In this second part, only single term is there. So it is a monomial. In this third part, -7 is there, which is a constant term. It means it is a constant polynomial. And in this fourth part, only 0 is there. So it is a zero polynomial. And in this fifth part, x cube plus 4x minus 5, there are three terms. So it is a trinomial. Let's solve another question. Write the degree of each of the following polynomial. So let's recall what is the meaning of degree. Yes, degree is the highest power of the variable. So in this first part, 4x cube plus 5x minus 7, you can easily see here the maximum power of the variable is 3. So the degree of this first polynomial is 3. In this second polynomial 5y minus 3, you can easily see here the exponent of this y is 1. It means its degree is 1. In this third part, your polynomial is in a constant form, 19. You can, here there is no variable. It means you can write here any variable with exponent 0. So here the degree of this polynomial will be 0. And in this fourth part, 15z to the power 6 minus z cube plus 7, you can see here the maximum power of the variable is 6. So the degree of this polynomial is 6. Remember student, the degree of non-zero constant polynomial is always 0. And the degree of zero polynomial is not defined. Let's solve another question. Classify the following as linear, quadratic and cubic polynomials. What are this type of polynomials? Linear polynomial. If a polynomial having degree 1 is called linear polynomial, and if a polynomial having degree 2 is called quadratic polynomial, and if any polynomial having degree 3 is called a cubic polynomial. Let's see which type of these polynomials are. In first part, x square plus 2, you can easily see here the degree is 2. So it is a quadratic polynomial. In second part, the degree of is 3. So it is a cubic polynomial. In third part, y plus y square plus 4, the degree of this polynomial is 2. So again it is a quadratic polynomial. Fourth part, 1 plus x, here the degree of this polynomial is 1. So it is a linear polynomial. Fifth part, again it is a linear polynomial. Sixth part, here the degree of this polynomial is 2. So it is a quadratic polynomial. And in this last part, you can see here the degree of this polynomial is 3. It means it is a cubic polynomial. Next question is, find the value of the following polynomials at the indicated values of variable. It means we have to find the value of this polynomial px equal 5x square minus 3x plus 7 at x equal 1. So let's substitute the value of x in place of x. P of 1 will equal 5 1 square minus 3 into 1 plus 7, and we will get the answer 9. Another polynomial is pt equal t minus 1, and we have to find the value of this polynomial at t equal 1. Let's substitute the value. P1 equal 1 minus 1, which is equal to 0. As P1 is equal to 0, so we say that 1 is a 0 of the polynomial Px. Remember student, a non-zero constant polynomial has no zero. What about the zeros of the zero polynomial? Yes, every real number is a zero of the zero polynomial. Let's list our observations. A zero of a polynomial need not be zero. Zero may be zero of a polynomial. Every linear polynomial has one and only one zero, and a polynomial can have more than one zero. Next question is, divide px by gx, where px equal x plus 3x square minus 1 and gs equal 1 plus x. Obviously, we will use here long division method. Here dividend is 3x square plus x minus 1 and divisor is x plus 1. First, we will multiply this x with this 3x. We will get 3x square. This 3x square cancel with this 3x square, and we will get after minus 2x minus 1 as it is. Then we will multiply this x by minus 2. We will get minus 2x minus 2. It means remainder we will get as 1. So notice that student, here 3x square plus x minus 1 equal divisor, it means x plus 1, into quotient, it means 3x minus 2 plus remainder, which is 1. This is very important relationship you have to remember. Dividend equal divisor into quotient plus remainder. Next question is, find the remainder when x to the power 4 plus x cube minus 2x square plus x plus 1 is divided by x minus 1. Student, for finding remainder, you have to use long division method, or there is a shortcut method also. Yes, there is a shortcut method also. Here, divisor is x minus 1. If x minus 1 equals 0, we will get x equal 1. For finding remainder, now we will substitute the value of x is equal to 1 in place of x, and then we will get 1 to the power 4 plus 1 cube minus 2 1 square plus 1 plus 1, which is equal to 2. So this is your remainder theorem. Let px be any polynomial of degree greater than or equal to 1, and let a be any real number. If px is divided by the linear polynomial x minus a, then the remainder is pa. So in this particular question, your remainder is 2. Let's see factor theorem also. If px is a polynomial of degree n greater than 1 and a is any real number, then x minus a is a factor of px if pa equals 0. It means when remainder equals 0, then particular divisor is a factor of given polynomial. And in second part, pa equals 0 if x minus a is a factor of px. This actually follows immediately from the remainder theorem. Let's solve one question. Examine whether x plus 2 is a factor of x cube plus 3x square plus 5x plus 6 or not. For that, here x plus 2, the 0 of x plus 2 is here minus 2. When we substitute in place of x minus 2, we will get minus 6. So what we can say? We can say that x plus 2 is not a factor of given polynomial. If your remainder is 0, in that case, that particular polynomial is a factor of given polynomial. Another question is, find the value of k if x minus 1 is a factor of 4x cube plus 3x square minus 4x plus k. In this particular question, it is given that x minus 1 is a factor of this polynomial and we have to find the value of k. If x minus 1 is a factor of this given polynomial, it means remainder will be 0. So let's solve this. As x minus 1 is a factor of px, here we will substitute x equal 1, it means remainder will be 0. P1 will equal 4 1 cube plus 3 1 square minus 4 into 1 plus k. 4 plus 3 minus 4 plus k equals 0, and when we will simplify, we will get k equal minus 3. Another question, factorize 6x square plus 17x plus 5 by middle term split method. Here you have to factorize this quadratic polynomial. And what are the steps of splitting the middle term method? First, you have to multiply the coefficient of x square by this constant term. It means first we will multiply this 6 by 5, we will get 30. Now we have to think about that two numbers whose multiplication is 30, and when we will add or subtract that two numbers, we will get 17. Yes, the pair of that numbers are 2 and 15. When you multiply 2 by 15, you will get 30, and when you add this 2 with 15, you will get 17. So we will break this middle term into two parts as 2 plus 15. It means 6x square plus 2 plus 15x plus 5. Next step, 6x square plus 2x plus 15x plus 5. Now we will make group of two terms, and then we will take common from first group and second group. We will get 2x, 3x plus 1 plus 5 into 3x plus 1. Here you can easily see here, student, 3x plus 1 is a common factor in both the groups. So we will take common 3x plus 1, and at last we will get 3x plus 1 into 2x plus 5. Here the degree of the polynomial is 2. So we will get the factor is also 2. Another question is, factorize x cube minus 23x square plus 142x minus 120. This is a cubic polynomial. For factorizing a cubic polynomial, you have to follow few steps. Let's start. Let px equal x cube minus 23x square plus 142x plus minus 120. We shall now look for all the factors of minus 120. Here the constant term is minus 120, so we will find the all factors of minus 120. Some of these are plus minus 1, plus minus 2, plus minus 3, and so on up to plus minus 16. By trial, if we substitute x equal 1, we will get 0. If we are getting remainder as 0, it means x minus 1 is a factor of this given polynomial. Now we see that, student, here factorizing this cubic polynomial, we are using shortcut method. Here as we find x minus 1 is a factor of given polynomial, so we will break this polynomial in the form of common factor x minus 1, x minus 1, x minus 1. So x cube minus 23x square plus 142x minus 120 can be written as x cube minus x square minus 22x square. When you add this, you will get minus 23x square plus 22x plus 120x. When you add these two terms, you will get plus 142x, and last term is as it is. As you can easily see here, student, if you take x square from these both two terms, you will get x square common within bracket x minus 1. Similarly, you have to take common again also. and you can see x minus 1, x minus 1, x minus 1 is a common factor. Within bracket, what will remain? X square minus 22x plus 1. As we get the first factor of this cubic polynomial x minus 1, now if we will factorize this x square minus 22x plus 120, we will get another two factors also. For factorizing this quadratic polynomial, we will use middle term split method. So here the coefficient of x square is 1 and constant term is 120. The product will be 120. Now we have to think about that two numbers whose product will be 120, and when we will add or subtract that two numbers, we will get minus 22. So that numbers are minus 12 and minus 10. Then we will make groups and we will take common. So another two factors are x minus 12 and x minus 10. So the three factor of this cubic polynomial are x minus 1, x minus 10 and x minus 12. Always remember student, number of factors depend upon degree of the polynomial. Let's see algebraic identities. What is the meaning of identity? Those types of algebraic expression in which left hand side is equals to right hand side for all values of the variable. It means equality. As you learnt in class 8, 4 identities. Identity number 1, x plus y whole square equal x square plus 2xy plus y square. Second identity, x minus y whole square equal x square minus 2xy plus y square. Third identity is x square minus y square equal x plus y into x minus y. Fourth identity is x plus a into x plus b equal x square plus a plus b into x plus ab. Now next identity is your new identity which we learned in this year, x plus y plus z whole square equal x square plus y square plus z square plus 2xy plus 2yz plus 2zx. Sixth identity is x plus y whole cube equal x cube plus y cube plus 3xy within bracket x plus y, and this is the another form of this identity. Seventh identity is x minus y whole cube equal x cube minus y cube minus 3xy within bracket x minus y. This is the another form of this identity. Eighth identity is x cube plus y cube plus z cube minus 3xyz equal first bracket x plus y plus z into within second bracket x square plus y square plus z square minus xy minus yz minus zx. And if we substitute x plus y plus z equals 0 in this identity, you will get x cube plus y cube plus z cube equal 3xyz. Ninth identity is x cube plus y cube equal x plus y into x square minus xy plus y square. And 10th identity is x cube minus y cube equal within bracket x minus y within second bracket x square plus xy plus y square. So student, there are few key points you have to keep in your mind. First, learn all the identities by heart. With the help of this identity, you can find the expanded form of an algebraic expression. Even you can factorize the algebraic expression also. Second, remember, in any polynomial, power of the variable is always positive integer. Next, when you have to find remainder, use remainder theorem instead of using long division method, because long division method is little bit confusing and time taking method. Zeros of any polynomial depends upon degree of the polynomial. So student, hope you revise all the chapter once again. Thank you.